There's a reason why Exposure's lights continue to gain the coveted 10 out of 10 in MBR's group tests, and it's why we had no hesitation in including them in our Editor's Choice Awards. The continued innovation and improved performance year on year makes them simply hard to beat. And it's why I personally choose to use Exposure and why they remain to be the most popular bike lights. But not just for endurance racing, but if you just want to get out on your bike when the night takes over. To help shed some light on just why Exposure are at the top of their game, I'm joined by Roger Sparrow, MD and owner of Exposure, and Mark Swift, the marketing manager of Exposure. There's been a formidable consistency with the performance of your lights, winning our lights test 2 years in the trot. Can you let us into a few secrets as to just why lights like the Sixpack and Diablo are so good?
The key driver right from the beginning has been to offer the maximum performance, which includes efficiency.
The products are perpetually being improved year on, year out. So when you guys test it this year and you test what looks like the same product next year, it's not the same product. It's actually an improved product on the previous year, which means we can always stay that one bit ahead of the competition.
So how do you then take a light like the Sixpack and Diablo, which are, let's be honest, MBR's favourite lights, and go about improving on that?
Riding with the lights, you become very familiar with what they're doing, how they're doing it, what's difficult, what's cumbersome, and therefore what you think an improvement could be to make them as user-friendly as possible. And reflex is probably the ultimate.
I mean, everything we do is about making riding simpler. Reflex, tap technology. You don't have to look for a button. The light changes automatically on your bars, or you can change automatically just by tapping it. These are things that is installed in us to make the rider's life simpler.
That's a big thing, isn't it? Is in terms of your lights are very smart, and they're becoming smarter all the time, but there's still that emphasis on user friendliness as well. Do you think that is something that is very crucial in terms of making your lights as popular as they are?
So we are very self-critical. Very self-critical. So if there's something we are not 100% confident of, we won't launch it. And that is to ensure that it is an improvement and it works properly. We don't want to put things out half-heartedly.
So I'm down here in Exposure's Machine Works, and one of the great innovations that they can do here is they can basically completely change things to adapt it to be the best it can possibly be. They have the facility here to do everything from the research all the way through to manufacturing and service and warranty, all under this one roof.
We set ourselves up to be as self-contained as possible. We've got full control from the R&D to full production, so it's a fairly seamless process and can therefore be quite quick. We're not relying on our external resources to help us in that process. So if we need to accelerate something or focus on something, we can.
Even though we might be in the grips of winter, a good set of bike lights means you shouldn't have to give up on that after work ride. Speaking of which, I reckon we've got just about enough time to go for one now.